Hey everyone, this is Scott from the Forgot to Grow podcast. Welcome to another edition of ReWatching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Today I'm going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 21, S.O.S Part One. So I'm just going to be talking about the plot summary and then just share my general thoughts about this episode, some foreshadowing and Easter eggs I noticed in this episode. So let's just get started with that plot summary, which goes: S.H.I.E.L.D. quickly realizes Justin's ruse, but the people of Afterlife, including Skye, fall for it. And agree to fight alongside her. Ward tortures Bobby, wanting her to confess to the fact that she had revealed Agent 33's location to Hydra while undercover there. Realizing that Bobby is confident in her actions, Ward sets a trap that will end with the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, presumably Hunter, being killed in front of her. As part of Xiao Xing's plan, Cal takes a serum that he created to give himself super strength, and he attacks S.H.I.E.L.D.'s base when he was in there, while he was prisoner with them. And then after failing to convince Skye that Xiao Xing is dangerous, Reina confronts her, and then Xiao Xing kills her. Seeing this, Skye turns her back on Xiao Xing, and the Inhumans take her prisoner and attack the S.H.I.E.L.D. ship. So yeah, that's the plot summary for this episode. I really enjoyed this part one in this season finale. It's one of my favorite season finales just because it's so... I like the balance between the action and finding out a lot of these puzzle pieces getting put together, the fact there's a little bit of a mystery for some of the characters trying to put this together, the fact that, you know, she tried to set S.H.I.E.L.D. up as the bad guys and how they're still kind of going behind their backs. They want to, you know, they want to try and take over the ship and stuff like that. So I just really enjoyed this episode. I always like a two-part season finale. So there's only a few things to really talk about in this one because a lot of the stuff gets resolved in the second part. But there was a few cool things in this one that I liked. One of them was the fact that they did try to set up S.H.I.E.L.D. and then it kind of worked. They did a really good job with. I like the way they went about it, you know, including the Quinjet attack addition to it, and then we get to see Skye and May fight it out, and Skye has to cheat and use her powers. I don't know if that's really cheating though, but yeah, she has to have to quake to beat May. So just saying, come on, Skye, fight a little more fair. At the same time, May would have kicked your ass if you didn't. Anyways, that's not the point. The point was I did enjoy that fight. It was kind of cool to see, especially it starts off maybe like, no, don't get out of here. Just one-handing Skye at first and then being like, and then she gets hit and she's like, oh, okay. And now you're going to get started. And so I just really enjoyed that scene and the fact that it kind of ends with Skye having to go, well, I don't want to say cheat, but... not fight. I don't want to say not fight fair either, but she definitely had a little bit of an advantage over May in that situation. She took advantage of for sure. Anyways, with some other stuff I liked about this episode, at one point we see Fitz as finishing Hunter's sentences, which I really liked as a kind of little, I don't know what the word for it is, but showing that Fitz has made progression throughout this season. At the beginning of this season he couldn't finish his own sentences. Now he's finishing other people's sentences. So we've officially got Fitz back in like completely, you know, no more problems. I really like that they threw that little thing in there. Maybe that's not why they threw that in there, but I personally think that's why they did, to kind of show that he's progressed through this season and that he's no longer really having trouble with that he's been able to move past it. And I just really enjoyed that little thing and how well, like, just this little 5-second scene between Hunter and Fitz, and it just shows that like cool thing that had been developed through this season. So yeah, what else did we get through this season? Skye versus May. Oh, I forgot that Skye's mom is a life vampire. I forgot that she has to suck out people's life force in order to actually heal and stuff, which we learned in this episode, which I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And that does make her seem so much more evil. Like, I like that they do save that till this very last episode before, you know, she ends up, you know, in the next episode. But yeah, I totally forgot that was a thing. Like I said, just because it's only in the next episode that it ever really comes up. But I did think it was an interesting kind of choice to add that in, just to make her seem a little bit more maniacal and evil, you know, which... if you're a Marvel villain, you gotta be a little bit maniacal and a little super evil. So I like that little addition to it and the fact that I forgot about it. And then we see Cal goes full Hyde in this episode, which I really enjoy. I've loved his character throughout the whole season and last season as well. And I really enjoyed that, he talks a little bit about his formula that he uses to get super strength or super strength. And then that it was apparently adrenaline that he forgot, which seemed like a little bit of a poor choice on the writer's part. On like, come on, he's a doctor. He would have thought of adrenaline. Like, that seems a little, but at the same time, I get how they needed it to work into the plot of him, how he gets out of the cell, and how he goes full Hyde, right? And I like that they even gave him they changed his face and everything. But I just think they maybe could have chose like electricity, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a writer. I shouldn't be talking about that, but I did find that kind of funny that they chose adrenaline to be the thing the doctor didn't think to add to the formula, but that's just me. And the last thing I had written down just for this episode is that we see Mac with an axe, which I really enjoy. We see at the very end of this episode, he has suited up for the next part 2 to, go try and save the team and stuff. And I like that he took the axe out, and that's a nod to the rest of the seasons where he's got a shotgun axe, which is awesome. So yeah, I like that little nod in this episode. But that's all I had written down for this part 1. Be sure to guys let me know in the comments below what you liked or didn't like about this episode. I'll be back in a couple days to do part 2, which we'll have a little bit more to say about as we round up season 2 and get into season 3 next week. Thanks for joining me again today, guys, and have a good one.